petroleum to be successfully generated, migrated, accumulated, and preserved, all elements and process of the petroleum system, including organically rich and thermally matured source rocks, porous permeable reservoir rocks, effective extensive cap rocks, and appropriate time relations between oil migration and trap formation should be present. Obviously, the UAE and the Middle East qualifies all these conditions to a high degree and quality. Hence, the UAE and the Middle East region has so much oil and gas. To start with, oil is categorized as a fossil fuel because it's made from the fossils of the buried remains of plants and animals that lived over millions of years ago. Oil and other fossil fuels are rich in organic carbon content and are hydrocarbon compounds. It takes millions of years, a deoxygenated environment, immense heat and pressure, and lots of chemical reactions to form something called kerogenes. Over millions of years, these kerogenes undergo extreme heat, pressure, and chemical reactions and transform into catagenes, where the kerogenes cook into hydrocarbon chains. Millions of years ago, the beginning of the Phanerozoic eon, our planet Earth had huge numbers of plants and animal species. From about 500 million years ago until 66 million years ago, all the dead organic matter from plants and animals from land and ocean settled on the ocean floors, including the ancient ocean located near the Middle East called Tethys Sea. It all seemed to happen near the margins of the continents. Some of the organic material was subducted or pulled under the Middle East tectonic plate called Gondwana. After a long history of ocean subduction and microcontinental collisions along the northeastern margin of Africa from about 700 million years ago to 600 million years ago, the basement rock of the Middle East was consolidated. This event, together with some other collisions, assembled the supercontinent of Gondwana in the southern hemisphere, comprising Africa, India, Australia, Antarctica, and South America. At this time, the Middle East was positioned on the north-facing passive margin of Gondwana. Throughout Paleozoic and Mesozoic times, the Middle East was a huge pile of sedimentation over a long and wide shelf, affected from time to time by sea level changes. As Gondwana consolidated at the turn of the Cambrian, microorganisms and marine species also rapidly evolved and diversified, thus enriching the marine sediments with organic carbon necessary for hydrocarbon generation. The Tethys Ocean, which washed the northern margin of Gondwana, was not a single ocean but developed in at least three oceanic basins: Prototethys, Paleotethys, and Neotethys. This sequential development of Tethys took place as continental fragments successively broke away from the Gondwana margin and drifted northwards to join the Paleo-Asian continent. The opening of each Tethys ocean was accompanied by extensional tectonics, which in turn created continental rifts during the Infracambrian and the Ordovician and the Permian in the Middle East. These rifts basins added favorable sites for petroleum generation in the region. During Jurassic and Cretaceous times, Neotethys was the warm, organic-rich equator where it possessed a broad 2,000 to 3,000 kilometer wide shelf and a length of at least twice that of Murex. Moreover, Neotethys was triangular in shape, pointed towards the west. It was thus a partially enclosed basin with its wide shelf orientated almost west-east and in a favorable position to benefit from organic rich sedimentation processes and high stand sea levels.